Every year, on April 1st, people around the world play pranks and jokes. But where did this bizarre tradition come from? Is it all just fun and games, or does April Fool's Day have a deeper, more mysterious origin? From ancient traditions to modern-day hoaxes, the story behind April Fool's Day is as varied as it is fascinating. The origins of April Fool's Day are shrouded in mystery, with several theories competing for the truth. One popular theory dates back to 16th century France. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII ordered the adoption of the Gregorian calendar, replacing the Julian calendar. The change shifted the celebration of the new year from the end of March to January 1st. However, news of the calendar reform spread slowly. People who continued to celebrate the old New Year on April 1st were often ridiculed, becoming the original April Fools. This gave birth to the tradition of playing pranks on that day. Another theory suggests that the festival may have ancient ties to Roman or even pagan celebrations, marking the arrival of spring. Could these light-hearted pranks have roots in older customs, like the Roman festival of Hilaria, where people donned disguises and played tricks on one another? As the tradition of April Fool's Day grew, it spread to other parts of Europe. In England, April 1st became a day for harmless tricks and jokes, with people often sending each other on wild goose chases or asking for ridiculous tasks. By the 18th century, the Scots had adopted their own version of April Fool's Day, known as Hunt the Gout Day. The term gout referred to a fool or simpleton, and it involved sending someone on a foolish errand, passing the joke from one person to the next. By the 19th century, April Fool's Day had crossed the Atlantic and reached the shores of America. In the United States, the tradition took on new life as immigrants brought their own April Fool's customs. The advent of mass media in the 20th century gave April Fool's Day a platform it had never seen before. From newspapers publishing fake stories to radio stations announcing outlandish news, the day became a widespread celebration of lighthearted deception. One famous early prank occurred in 1938 when a Boston newspaper reported that the city's famous landmarks had disappeared overnight, causing widespread confusion. These hoaxes brought laughter, but they also taught the public to be more cautious about what they believe, especially on April 1st. April Fool's Day has given us some of the most creative and memorable pranks in history. In 1957, the BBC ran a famous segment about a Swiss family harvesting spaghetti from trees, fooling many viewers who believed that pasta actually grew on trees. In 1996, fast food giant Taco Bell announced they had bought the Liberty Bell, renaming it the Taco Liberty Bell. These pranks tricked thousands, showing just how far the spirit of April Fool's Day could go. Perhaps one of the most elaborate pranks came in 1976 when British astronomer Patrick Moore claimed that at a specific time on April 1st, a planetary alignment would cause gravity on Earth to temporarily decrease, allowing people to float in the air. Hundreds of people reportedly fell for the prank, calling into the BBC to share their floating experiences. Today, April Fool's Day is more popular than ever. With the rise of the internet and social media, pranks can now go viral in seconds. From fake news stories and elaborate videos to corporate pranks, April 1st has become a day when almost anything can happen. Major brands, celebrities, and influencers often take part, creating pranks that range from the hilarious to the absurd. While the pranks may have evolved, the core idea remains the same. On April Fool's Day, the world embraces a spirit of humor, laughter, and surprise. It's a day to take a break from the seriousness of life and enjoy a little playful deception. But why has April Fool's Day lasted for so long? Perhaps it's because it allows us to break the monotony of our everyday lives. For one day each year, we give ourselves permission to step outside the rules, to laugh at ourselves and others, and to be part of a global joke. It's a reminder that sometimes, it's okay to not take life too seriously. As long as there's a need for laughter and fun, April Fool's Day will continue to be celebrated. So next time April 1st rolls around, be ready, because you never know what surprises await. Now that you know the fascinating history behind April Fool's Day, what's your favorite prank of all time? Have you ever pulled off an epic joke or been fooled by one? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, April 1st is just around the corner. So watch out, because you might just be the next April Fool. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Have you ever fallen for a crazy April Fool's prank? Tell us your best, or worst, prank experience in the comments below. And remember, April 1st is just around the corner, so stay sharp. You never know who might try to fool you next.